Hi guys, it's Bethany, your crafty BFF, coming back for part 2 of this tutorial. The tutorial is for what I am calling the layered embellishment book box kit. In part 1, we assembled the book binding for our project, and we finished by matting the outside and the inside. And now we're going to get right into it and start with the left side of our book. On the left side, we have 3 accordion pockets. I am going to give you the measurements for each pocket that you need to cut, and then go over the scoring with you. So let me move this out of the way. Your smallest pocket is going to be this one right here. It is 8 1/4 by 4 inches. Your medium pocket is going to be 8 1/4 by 5 inches. And your largest pocket is going to be 8 1/4 by 8 inches. As you can see, I've already cut mine out and I scored them, but I'm going to score them with you so you know exactly what to do. Let's start with the large one. Now, on the 8 1/4, start on the 8 1/4 side, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 1 inch. You're going to rotate it to, I guess that would be the right, and then score again at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Flip it one more time to the right, and you're going to score 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And that will give you the accordion folds on 3 sides of the pocket. With the medium pocket, you're going to line it up to the 8 1/4 side. And again, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, flip to the right, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and then 1/2 inch and 1 inch. That's your medium accordion pocket. And your smallest here, again, line it up to the 8 1/4 mark. You're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 1 inch. I'm messing this up. Okay. Flip it to the right, score it at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And one more time, 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Now we can get rid of this guy. And you can see here that I drew on these little 4 corners with my pencil so that you could see exactly where we're going to cut these pockets. I get my handy dandy scissors, and what we're going to do is just cut out these 4 corners. You're also going to want to miter each side. So just a little tiny sliver off that side and a little tiny sliver off that side. So let's do that again. On this side of the pocket, cut the corners out, the 4 squares out, and then miter each side, just a sliver. We're going to do that to all 3 pockets. So here's the medium. Again, we're just cutting here on the squares, and then we're going to miter the corners. I'll mention it again in part 2. Please forgive me and my sniffles today. I live in Ohio, and the weather is miserable today. There goes your medium pocket, and here is the large one. We're going to do the same thing. Cut out the 4 squares. Miter the corners just a incy bit. And throw that away. Now, before we put these in the book, we're going to talk about the matting pieces for each pocket. I took the liberty of cutting them out and sewing them, and I'm going to glue them on with you. Now, for the mats for each pocket, the small is 2 7/8 by 6 1/8. The medium is 3 7/8 by 6 1/8, and the large is 5 7/8 by 6 1/8. I'm going to start here with this small one and glue it on. Maybe. Okay, there's a small one. The medium mat, which again is 3 7/8 by 6 1/8. And our large mat is 5 7/8 by 6 1/8. Line that up as straight as we can. And there we go. The other thing I did off camera was that I added double-sided tape to the second accordion flap. So not the one closest to the mat, but the one furthest from the mat. I added double-sided tape to all 3 sides on all 3 pockets. Now, to add them to our book, we're going to start with the largest. We're going to take off the backing of our tape. I'm going to add some of my liquid glue to give me some more time to line it up properly. If you just are using the double-sided tape, you got to get it right the first time or it could be crooked. So that's why I use both, and plus it'll stay stronger with both of the adhesives. Now I'm going to guesstimate about a 1/2 inch from the top and lay the top of my pocket down. and then slowly move it down, pressing down as I go. Okay, let's start that over. A 1/2 inch from the top. I'm going to tuck this bottom under here to go down at the same time as the sides and press down. There's our first large pocket. Now I'm going to remove the tape backing from the medium pocket. Add my liquid adhesive to give me more time to place it. Adjust if I need to. And now this one, I'm just going to lay down. I'm going to line the bottom of this pocket up. The bottom of the medium pocket with the bottom of the large pocket. Line that up so it's right on top. And I'm going to varnish it down with my bone folder. Now for the last pocket, remove our tape. Add our liquid adhesive. And down here at the bottom is where we're going to place the bottom of this pocket. Just like so. The sides are lining up with the sides of the medium and large pocket, but the bottom is down at the very bottom of the page. And we varnish it down. Now you can see we have 3 accordion pockets. That one's not quite dry yet, so let's try that again. But there you have the accordion pockets. Okay, we're going to put our book aside again. And we are going to work on the large box and lid. For the bottom of the box, you need a piece of cardstock that is 10 3/8 by 8 3/8. And we're going to score at 1 1/8 on all 4 sides. Sorry for the bad lighting. It's a rainy, cloudy day here, so sorry about that. Okay. So the bottom of the box, like I said, 10 3/8 by 8 3/8, and score at 1 1/8 on all 4 sides. So let's do that together. Starting on the 10 3/8 side, we're going to score at 1 1/8, 1 1/8, rotate 1 1/8, and 1 1/8. For the lid of your big box, you need a piece of cardstock that is 10.5 by 8.5. You're also going to score this one at 1 1/8 on all 4 sides. So let's do that together. So 1 1/8, rotate, 1 1/8, 1 1/8, and 1 1/8. Oh, and I guess I should, just in case there's any newbies watching, 1 1/8 is the very next tick mark next to the 1. So you have 1 and then 1 1/8, and then that second tick mark is 1 1/4, and so on and so forth. I always keep it written up at the top of my board so that I can remember. So 1 1/8, like I said, is the one right after 1. Now we're going to take our bottom part of the box, and by the way, this can be 65-pound cardstock or 110-pound cardstock, whatever you prefer. I tend to think the 110 is a little more sturdy, and that's what I'm using. Just, you know, I like my projects to be sturdy. We're going to fold all those score lines, and then we're going to, okay, so we folded the score lines for the bottom and the lid. On the bottom portion of the box, we're going to do the snips. So, and that's the snips, just taking out a little triangle from the score line. And then we flip it around and do it on the opposite side. Okay, you're going to take your little flappy flaps here and add glue to both of them, and then just fold your box over like this. I like to make sure that my tabs are on the inside so it doesn't mess with the look of it on the outside. So there's that side. Now we do the other side. Oops. And there we have our large box for the right side of our book. As for the lid, we're going to do the exact same thing that we did for the bottom. So right here on the score line, we're going to do our snippy snips. Take out just a little triangle. And do it again on this side. Get rid of some of this trash. And we're going to glue our little flappies again. Our tabs, I guess is what I should call them. They're tabs, not flappy flaps. Again, I try to keep the tabs on the inside of the box so that no one sees it until it's opened. There goes those two. So the lid is just slightly bigger than the bottom of the box, and it should slide right on there. Like so. I'm going to show you that it fits perfectly here on the right side. Let's go ahead and work on the small boxes for the inside. Now, you have to make a total of 8 of them. I have already made 6, and I'm going to make 2 of them with you, because making 8 of them on camera would take way too long. So here are my 6 little boxes. Here are the 2 I haven't put together yet. All you need to do is cut 8 pieces of 4 inches by 5 inches, and then you're going to score them at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Pretty easy peasy. We're going to fold on those score lines. Sorry, I didn't score this with you, but I think you get the idea. Score at 1 on all 4 sides. And then once you've folded on the score lines, you're going to do the same exact thing we did on the big box to these little boxes. We're going to do the snippy snips and take out just a little tiny triangle on on all 4 sides on the score line. So there's 1. Two. Once you've made 1 box, you've made 1,000 boxes, because it's all the same. No matter the size, you do this the scores, the snippy snips, and the gluing. So I'm gluing my tabs here on this side first, keeping my tabs tucked inside the box. And my glue to the other side. There we go. There's box number 1 with you. And now let's do box number 2. Again, the same thing. We scored at 1 inch on all 4 sides. We're going to take our snippy snip triangles out of the score lines. Okay, glue on our tabs. Tuck the tabs on the inside. And there we have it. That's the second box I did with you. So now you do 6 more, and you'll have all 8 of your little compartments to put into your big box. Now, they do fit perfectly. They come out to be a little bit snug, but that's okay. I think a lot of it depends on how the boxes are glued and things like that, but it works. And your little lid fits right there on top. However, my suggestion is that before you put all these little boxes in, you add glue to the bottom of your box. Make sure you're doing the bottom of your box, not the lid. The lid is the bigger one, the 10.5 by 8.5. And the bottom is the 10 3/8 by 8 3/8. You're going to add your glue all over. And you're just going to line this up. You don't want to get it too close to the spine where it folds. You want it to still have room. So I do about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch away from the spine. And then you still have some room on all the other sides. The glue's coming off my hands. Okay, there's that. I'm going to varnish it down with my bone folder. And then put all of our tiny boxes back. Now, I matted the inside and outside, the outsides of both the bottom and the lid. And I did the inside of the lid. I did not do the little boxes or anything else. I thought that was just a little too much. So let's go over these mats real quick. Okay, so I just did the top of the box. The top of the box, so the lid. I did the inside and outside of the lid. On the inside, I'm going to put this paper. As you can see, it fits perfectly. And I can tell you that the measurement is just a second. Did I really not write these down? I'm looking at my notes. Okay, I did not write these down. So let me tell you real quick. For the lid of the box, if you want to mat the inside and outside, it is 6 1/8 by 8 1/8. Your long sides are going to be 8 by 1, and your short sides are going to be 6 by 1. So let me write that on here real quick. So you're going, these are 6 1/8 by 8 1/8. The short sides here are 6 by 1, and the long sides are 8 by 1. Okay, so I already sewed my matting pieces. Go ahead and add my glue. I chose to mat the inside and outside of this because I thought it would just give a little extra sturdiness to the box itself. and you can't go wrong there. So matting on both sides adds sturdiness. It's a fact. Sorry, got random songs stuck in my head that I'm humming. Oops. Oh, there goes our 6x1s on the short sides, and here's the 8x1 on the long side. And here's the other 8x1 for the inside of the lid. For the outside of the box, I have this pattern here. Again, I already sewed them. This piece here is going to be 6 1/8 by 8 1/8. Make sure our patterns are facing the right way all the way around, so it don't look goofy. We're almost done. And here's the short side, the 6x1. I feel like I should go this way because it lines up perfectly, actually. And finally, here's our last piece. There we have it. Here is the lid for our box. I do have one last step for this to work. Just to make it easier to get this lid off, I took my 1-inch circle punch and I punched through here on both sides. One there and one here. Just so the recipient has something to be able to easily grab onto and lift the lid off. Okay, box, get on there. All right, and there we have it. There is the embellishment book box kit, whatever it is I'm calling this thing. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it wasn't too hard to follow. And I hope that you will join the swap that I'm hosting. I will be announcing the swap tomorrow. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below, and I will get back to you. Have a good night. Bye.